I think that's two. Two electrolytes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16, 17, 20, 24 lands, 3 Ghost Quarter main deck. And oh, this is and Cody seems to have a pretty streamlined deck. So I believe Cody mulligan, Bill's keeping his 7. I don't think there's anything super interesting in Cody's deck. Cody has 2 Eternal in this main deck. I'm not sure if that's... I think that's not the norm. He has 4 Dwynen's Elite. He cut Elvish Visionaries for them. He still has 1 Visionary, but... looks to be pretty standard. I haven't looked at the sideboards yet because that's what sideboarding is for. You guys cannot see life totals. I'm sorry. Fixed it. Alright, so I think Cody's keeping us. Maybe not. It looks really slow. Yeah, he's a mulligan. There's a lot of Bills fans in the chat. It's a rough start. I mean, Cody's starting on 5 against a really removal heavy deck of Bills. I mean, 4 Bolt, 4 Path, 4 Helix, 2 Electrolyze. So it looks like Cody just said, I'm going to keep any 5. Doesn't look bad. I'm going down to 17. And I almost fell out of my chair. There's not really a reason for Cody to get a Temple Garden. The white's mainly in the sideboard, or is all in the sideboard, so I'm not sure exactly. Looks like Cody top deck land. He's still a far ways away from Cord and Club Company. And Bill bolted the bird. That's what you do. You bolt the bird. There's a 3rd land. See if Bill can piece something together. His scribe might get messed up because he did it like this. He has Mirror Entity in his main deck. I can't read cursive very well. Oh, I see it now. Alright. That makes sense. There's a Dwynen's Elite. That's a juicy Electrolyze target. Oh, he's going to path it. That gives Cody his 4th land. It's a little dangerous. No, he has Mirror Entity. I just can't read. I'm tired. I'm sorry. It's not a very good excuse, but... Alright, there's Geist. The namesake of the deck. See what it can do. See what it can do against a collected company. I mean, it seems pretty good. Bill has like Electrolyzed, Helix, Path, and some other good card. Oh, there's the Mirror Entity. There's Collect Company. We're gonna hit some sweet gas. That looks like gas. So, yeah, that's not bad. He can get probably Eternal Witness and something else. Eternal Witness, Elf Shark Druid. I'm gonna get back to Collect Company. Alright, there's a fetch. Both players are at 16. I have a feeling that this Geist is going to get feisty. I believe this is a Path to Exile. Yeah, he's just gonna. Bill's just going to force through damage, which is very appropriate. Another land. If he draws another land, he's able to activate Colonnade, continue to swing in the air. He's gonna be able to swing for. He's gonna deal 7 this turn. It looks like, by the looks of it. Yeah, 1/1. I assume he's gonna like go down to 9. I guess it's also necessary for him to fetch the Temple Garden because of he does have Gavany Township in his main deck. It's a 2 of. There's the untapped draw. Let's see. See how Cody's Collected Company is. Should probably cast it like now. Probably. Alright, so Bill is able to do the line of Helix, end a turn, untap. If he draws a land, Cody's dead. If not, it's still gonna be rough. He'll probably draw a spell. If he doesn't draw a land, he draws a spell. And spells are pretty good right now. Alright, here's a Coco, I assume. Yep, there's a Coco. That's one thing about not having too many counter spells is these Cocos are just going to resolve a lot of time. It does not look very exciting. You got some mana dorks. That's rough, but that happens. Actually, that might not be a Path, that might be a Ghost Quarter in his hand. If that's the case, then Cody is super dead. And you probably play Mirror Entity. I want to get Axios. Nope. I was wrong, apparently. There's the fetch. Bill did like tap his mana so that he had to shock himself, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Yep, that was a Ghost Quarter, not a Path to Exile. And there's the scoop. Alright, so Bill gets game number 1. Take a look at their sideboards real quickly. So Bill has 2 Dispels, a Supreme Verdict, a Valor Stance, a Keranos, 2 Core Firewalker, 2 Spellskite, 2 Anger of the Gods, 1 Celestial Purge, 1 Timely Reinforcements, 1 Wear Tear, and 1 Hallowed Moonlight. The board wipes come in. Supreme Verdict, Anger of the Gods, they're pretty good. If he has room, if I was him, I would bring in the Dispels. They just countered the Collected Companies and the big cards. And then maybe Timely Reinforcements. 6 cards is a stretch, though. What can he take out? I mean, it sounds weird, but Geist on the draw is really lackluster. I might be a little biased because I'm not a huge favorite of the card. But I just don't think Geist is very good in the matchup because there's so much ground stuff that you're not going to be able to get through. So I would cut the Geist, the 4 Geist, and the 2 Remands. Because Remand doesn't do that much when all their creatures cost 1 and 2. And you're bringing in Dispels to get rid of the big spells anyways. That's personally what I would do. Looking at Faulkner's deck list, he has... I'm not sure what that card is. He has 1 something, I'm not sure. 2 Kitchen Finks, 1 Phyrexian Revoker, maybe? I think so. 3 Path to Exile, 1 Hushwing Griff, 1... I have no clue. There 1 Thragtusk, 1 Spellskite, 1... I don't know. 1 Reclamation Sage and like 4 cards I don't know. Yeah, I think Remand doesn't do anything. It's like 2 mana cycle. It's not very good. He might bring in the Hallowed Moonlight actually. I didn't think about Hallowed Moonlight, but it's pretty good against Court Calling and Collected Company. Like, maybe? It's a lot better than Remand. But that's already like 6 cards for 6 cards, so 2, 3. Maybe, I'm not the biggest fan of Timely Reinforcements as a card. I mean, it costs a lot of mana and it's like, I'm sure I'd pay 3 mana for like a guaranteed like 3 1/1s and a gain 6 life. Bill's definitely mulliganing. His 1 land is a Ghost Quarter. Now, if that Ghost Quarter was a Sacred Foundry, I would keep that hand. Or if it was a fetch land of any kind, I would just keep it. Yeah, so Cody has Burn Forge Tenders. I think that's... So Cody has like... I saw a lot of lands. I saw like 4 lands at Llanowar Elves, Burn Forge Tender, and Court of Calling. That's very... Excuse me. That's very mana heavy. I think you do still have to keep a hand like that though, because you can Court of Calling for Eternal Witness. And just things like that. So it looks like Bill left the Geist in. He's played a lot more with the deck than I have, so... I'll give him credit on that. There's a Burn Forge Tender. That thing might get passed. It might get bolted. Who knows? Who knows what will happen to the Burn Forge Tender? It will die eventually, though. So Bill's down to 19. There's the Wood Foothills. There's Llanowar Elves. There's a pass. He's the untap to draw. If I was Bill, I probably would have passed the Forge Tender. Because you're going to pass it eventually. Cody's fetching in a turn. Bill played a tap Steam Vents. He bolted the Llanowar Elves. It keeps him off a Collected Company. That's fair. I think that's it. I think that's how Bill's playing this game, though, is he wants to keep Cody off of Collected Company as long as possible. Which is a fine strategy, but the game's going to go a while. So I'm not sure if that's like... It's not very fantastic long term. I think I'd rather be using my mana efficiently.